Don Poyer along with Jim Henrik on the shores of the Ohio River. And we're ready for Heat 2A, which will feature the top 4 qualifiers, as I said earlier. The Budweiser, here's Steve Reynolds, who won Heat 1A in a great battle against the Miller American. They'll face off again with the Executone Telephones and the Budweiser, which failed to finish in the first heat of the day. Should be a very, very good race. All 4 boats are running. Executone on the way outside. Looks like 7-Eleven's in lane number 1. The Bud lane number 2. Miller American lane number 3. And Chip Hanauer got the lead that he wants. He's got an open lane. It doesn't look like that 7-Eleven and Budweiser are going to be able to contain Chip Hanauer like they did in Heat 1A. Here they come into the first turn. Cropfeld with a great turn in the Budweiser, trying to run Chip Hanauer out to the outside. The Bud against the Miller. You got 2 beer boats out in front. Coming into that second turn. Ooh, the Budweiser almost colliding with the Miller American as they come into that second turn. The Budweiser with some 3,000 horsepower. Likewise for the much lighter turbine engine in the Miller boat. And look at the way that the acceleration comes through for the Miller American coming down the main straightaway. A much lighter boat, similar in power with the Budweiser, and boy, that spells advantage for the Miller American. Third place right now, 7-Eleven and Steve Reynolds, coming down completing lap number 1. Speed for the Miller American about 126 miles per hour in first place. 7-Eleven bouncing around quite a bit, and now down the back chute at lap number 2 is the Miller American with Chip Hanauer, winner of 3 straight Gold Cups, hopes to make it 4 when he comes out to the state of Washington in a couple of weeks. Look how this boat handles coming around the turns. It's so much lighter, the center of gravity so much lower. It is simply, when it is running right, unstoppable. The Miller American in first place, trying to pick up more national points after not having much luck in Miami and missing Syracuse entirely. 7-Eleven overtaking the Budweiser for second place. Miller American now on lap number 3. Speed right around 123 miles per hour. 7-Eleven closing a bit at 124 miles per hour as they go down the back chute again. The back straightaway here is straight. There is no dog leg like there is on the main straightaway or the front straightaway here in Evansville, Indiana. 2-mile course and a very good one. The 7-Eleven with that new skid fin that they put on Saturday after losing it while testing Friday, late Friday afternoon. But Chip Hanauer out of Seattle, Washington, only 30 years old and already the winningest driver who is now active on the Unlimited circuit. He has 14 victories, hoping to get number 15 in the final today. Steve Reynolds, as we said earlier, was a winner a week ago. Jim Cropfeld, a winner in Syracuse, driving the new Budweiser, which is being dialed in and worked on in Seattle, hoping to get it ready for the race in Tri-Cities, Washington in a couple of weeks, and then the Gold Cup in Seattle in early August. Beautiful shot as you see Chip Hanauer out of Seattle coming around the second turn and heading down the main chute. The 7-Eleven, a smaller turbine engine than the Miller has. The Miller with the Lycoming L11 as opposed to the L7, which is a little bit smaller in the 7-Eleven. Second place, Steve Reynolds out of Seattle. Chip Hanauer, first place, likewise out of the Northwest. Speed for these Miller is now at about 122 miles per hour. Likewise for the 7-Eleven. So they seem to be holding their positions and hoping to make it into the final. For the Budweiser, doesn't look like it'll make it into the final. They didn't get any points in the first race. And third place points, which would be 225, won't be enough to get Jim Cropfeld and the Bud into the final. So it looks like it'll be the Miller and the 7-Eleven, along with Executone Telephones at least, going into the final. The Miller American, Chip Hanauer, coming down the straightaway for the final time. The checkered flag awaiting. And here's your winner of Heat 2A, the Miller American, and Chip Hanauer. Second place, 7-Eleven, Steve Reynolds. Third place, the Bud and Jim Cropfeld. Fourth place, Executone Telephones, Scotty Pierce. So Chip Hanauer and Steve Reynolds have both picked up a victory in preliminary heats. Tough break for the Budweiser, though. Not enough points. It looks like they will not make it into the final. They are the defending champion here in Evansville. Let's go down to the pits with Jim Hendrick.
Well, Don, let's talk to Chip Hanauer right now. It looks like you had an open lane there in the first turn.
Yeah, a lot better than the first heat. First heat, Steve and Jim kind of came together. I had nowhere to go, but this time I had nice clear water.
This is the best competition of the year by far.
Oh, it's great. It's great for the fans. I think there's been good racing in every heat, so I just hope the final stays good.
Well, there's going to be more competition to come. Good luck in the finals.
Well, I don't know if there can be any more competition. We keep running the final heat over and over again, but next time is for the checks.
All right, Don, how about that?
Jim, I was Steve Reynolds, who came in second in Heat 2A. All right, Chip got the second one. You got the first one.
Well, I wanted to see if we can run down the inside and accelerate with them, but when Budweiser and Miller get on the outside and get a run at the clock like that, I can't carry. They're about 10 miles an hour faster into the turn, so we're going to have to try a little starting strategy. But at least I know.
Well, it looks like the key is try to avoid an open lane for Chip.
That's about it. They're running very, very well. But if they're to go by the 7-Eleven, they're going to pay for it. They're going to work. Well, that was Mr. Steve Reynolds plotting his course for the final, which will be coming up in a few minutes. In the meantime, a lot of fun here on the Ohio River, including the Merc Cub boats. We'll have more in Evansville in just a moment.